Hey party people, welcome back to Beauty by Shellyyyy. Today we're in my kitchen and we're going to check out this Lilumia makeup brush cleaning device. I just got it in the mail and I'm so excited to test it out. So this is what it looks like on the in the box. So this is the device unwrapped. You get obviously the device, a little measuring cup that's right next to it, and this manual that I have in my hand that you can't see, which tells you how to work your device. Now I got this device I think Cyber Monday because it was $99 for the pink one, which is the Paris version, and it was super good deal because I think regularly it's like $180, but if I'll put it around here what the real price is. Also in the box comes this big manual that tells you everything that you need to do to help yourself with the machine. It shows you what to do and what not to do. So we're gonna follow this as best we can and use this device. I have all those brushes on the bottom below the machine to see which ones fit and which ones don't. I have this huge Morphe one. I don't know if that'll fit. I don't know if that's too big or too fat, so we'll see. And then also, I don't know if you can use these short ones because they're obviously shorter than the other ones, so we're gonna test all that out. So to open this, you just lift the lid, and then it says, I think, twist or pull. I don't know what I did, but I think I just pulled it. And then this is where you load in your brushes. The bottom handle goes through here, so it's like this. And you just push them through. And for small ones, brushes, you can load 2. But for larger brushes, you can only load 1 into each thing. This says it can hold up to 12 brushes if you do 2 each. But I won't be. I'm gonna test out a bunch of different shapes. And also there's a large section for a larger brush, I guess like this one, so we're gonna do that one for this. It's like a pregnant lady. And then we take this other brush, hopefully this fits in there. I'm having struggles. I think this one's too thick to fit into the normal section. So let me use maybe this one. This one. Sorry if you can't see. It's hard enough just to push these in there. Okay. This one. Ugh. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to fit this thick one into the normal size. And also I don't think it would work because it's so short. So we're not even gonna try that. No. Whoops. I don't think this will fit either. Oh wait. I hope I don't break it. I hope I don't break it. Yeah, that's too thick. I'll do a couple more small ones. So it says when you push this on here that the brushes are supposed to be like this, not like this. So I'm gonna try to get them all like this, and all you have to do is just adjust it in its plate, in its little thing. So I'm gonna push it. Okay, so it's snapped in. Did you hear that? That's when you know it's in correctly. Now you push it down a little bit. Okay, that should do it. I don't want to do it too much but I definitely want to have contact through all the brushes, so I'm trying to push them, but oops, not too far. Cool. This is the only soap that you're allowed to use with this machine. This is separate and it costs extra, obviously. I think it was $15 or something like that for this extra large size. This is a 33 ounce. I think usually it's 24 ounce or something for the same price. So this is the only soap you're allowed to use, or else you void this warranty. So I'm definitely gonna use this soap. And it says for light to normal soil, you use 1 to 1.5 ounces. Normal to medium soil, you use 1.5 to 2 ounces. And heavy soil, use 2.5 to 3 ounces. But it also says if your brushes are heavily soiled to start with, you need to do this process 2 times. And you use the least amount of soap, which is 1 to 1.5 ounces. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I think these are pretty dirty. So we're gonna test it out and see how it cleans the first time, and then do it again and see how it cleans the second time. This little cup that it comes with has lines. Well, this is 3 ounce, but I'm gonna only do 1 ounce. And also it has a line for the water. So we're gonna measure that out. So to start, it says add warm water. And also I feel like I'm gonna use this filtered water, or if you have distilled water, because at least in our Keurig, I find that the buildup is a lot less. So I want to take care of this machine as much as I can, because it's pretty expensive even with the discount that I got for Cyber Monday. So that's what I'm going to do, but I need to warm it up. So I'm going to put it in a cup and warm it up in the microwave really fast. So I'll be back. So I measured out my water in this measuring cup and I put it in this to warm it up. And I'm gonna put it into the bottom part, which is where you add the water. This is like a hole in here. And it says only fill it to the max line. So I'm gonna watch it and see what happens. So that's about right. There's a 3 ounce marker right about here. But I did about half for like a 1.5 ounces of soap. And then the soap you put in this inside here. You don't put it in this bay here. So I'm gonna put on the lid, because that's all you do, and then you press this button and it should turn green to know it's washing. So let's press the button. It's green if you can't tell. And look at it go! After this cycle will be the rinse cycle, which will look purple on the light in the front. Then the second rinse cycle, which is a white button or like clear light. And then when it's pink, it's complete and it'll blink for 15 minutes. And if I want to, I can do an optional 5-minute rinse or 3-minute rinse if I click the pink blinking button, and it'll be done whenever it's done. But I'll come back when I notice it's purple. So now I think it just took out all the soap or something, and it's gonna load in the water. It's loading in the water to rinse. And we're gonna see, and then, oh, you can't see. Now the light is purple. I'll zoom out. It's hard to see, but the light right here is purple now. And now it's rinsing. Ooh, look at that dirty water. Some of my smaller brushes, the water is going like so far above. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Sorry, I have the phone in my hand. See, these littler ones are going like super below the water, and I don't know if that's good for the brushes. And it almost looks like I put too much water, but I didn't fill it above the max line, so we'll see. I'll be back in a bit to see the next step. I think it will drain the dirty water, and then it'll fill in with more water. Be back soon. So now it's draining the dirty water, and it's gonna fill it up with warm water, clean warm water, and rinse again. And then hopefully the light will turn white. It's loud, this machine. There's the new water, the clean new water to rinse even better. And even that water is like slightly dirty, so we'll see. Hopefully these brushes are really clean after. And the light here is white now, if you can tell or not, but it's white, which is the second rinse cycle. And then when it's done, it'll be done, and it'll drain all the water out to the reservoir on this side, and I'll be able to dump it out and see how dirty it is. I'll be back. It just drained the last rinse cycle, which means it should be flashing pink when it's done. Flash pink? Are you gonna flash pink? There we go, it's flashing. That looks red to me, but it says it's called pink. On camera it looks pink, but it's like reddish. So that means it's all done, and if I want I could do an optional 3-minute rinse cycle, I think. Or 5-minute. I can't find it in the, whatever it is. If I press a button it'll do another rinse cycle, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at the brushes right now and see how they look. And I believe you just pull. So it says after you're done to squeeze out the excess water, and then you can hang it up here to dry. But I'm squeezing it to see how much makeup comes off. And when I put in the soap, or like right after I put in the soap, I realized I didn't do it as I should have. I should have poured the soap evenly all the way around, because this brush didn't get enough soap because it was in the back, and I poured it in the front. So keep that in mind. But these brushes look pretty clean, except for this one, but maybe I didn't push it down enough. They're almost pretty clean. I don't know if you can tell, oops, but there's a little bit of stuff left. So I think I should do the second cycle. I'll do the second rinse, but first I need to empty this side part. Let's see how dirty it is. I'm gonna pour it into this measuring cup. Okay, let's see. That's nasty. It's like skin color. Gross. So for the last rinse cycle, I believe, I need to check my notes, but I believe you fill it up to the 3-ounce mark and you just put it into the top. So BRB. So my notes doesn't say how much water to add. Ooh, I spilled. It doesn't say how much water to add, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. And it's supposed to be warm water, but you add it to the top to rinse it. But 1 minute, I spilled. Wouldn't you love to drink that? It's so gross. Okay. So I have my warm water and I'm gonna put it into the bay here. And it's gonna rinse it. I don't know how much to put. Okay, I just put in a little bit. Now we're gonna press the button. And this will rinse again for 3 minutes and drain it out into the drainy part. But look, it still looks kind of dirty or like soapy. If you can't tell, it still kind of looks slightly murky, the water. So we're gonna see what happens. Be back soon. So it's draining that last rinse cycle, the extra rinse that I did. And we're gonna check it out. Oh, it's still doing stuff. I don't know what it's doing. And it's blue, which means it's ready for the next cycle. I'm gonna take off the top and take off this. And see, this is still slightly murky and the big brush really didn't get a lot of cleaning. So I'm for sure going to do it again. I'm gonna take out this brush because it got very clean. If you can't tell, it's really white now. And I'm gonna take out this brush. Hey. Okay, so we're gonna do the second cycle. Excuse me. Hello. I'm confused. There we go. Snapping it in. I already warmed up this water, so I'm gonna pour it in. Make sure all the brushes hit the bottom. And now I'm gonna add the soap as best I can all the way around. Oops, I spilled. Now I'm gonna do one more cycle and I'll be back after it's fully complete. See you soon. Go. So now I've cleaned the brushes 2 times because they were very dirty. So let's see what they look like. If I could open it. Oh, I spilled everywhere. So these are much, much cleaner, these smaller ones. There's no dirtiness coming out. But this big one still has some foundation on it, or powder, or whatever it was, right here on the inside. So I don't know if I should have turned it or what, but it's not, but everything else looks super clean. Like it's super white here, just not right on the inside. So that is that. So now I'm just taking out all the water. And then I'm gonna hang it dry. And I'll probably have to wash this big one again. But this foundation brush, it's just a flat foundation brush, really came out nice too, which foundation's hard to clean out. So I think it did a really, really good job. Just not on the really thick brush. And then you just leave it here to hang dry. And that's it. Let me wipe off my hands and I'll tell you my thoughts. So I wrote, oh, my battery's gonna die. I wrote down some things just to sum everything up. So I think it worked really good on the smaller brushes, like eyeshadow brushes and blush brushes, but this thick powder brush, it just couldn't do it right. But I don't know, maybe if I would have turned it around in the second time around, it might have cleaned it a little bit better. So I need to try that out next time. But I think also that there's this one where this one goes in is for thicker brushes, but all the other ones are for only smaller brushes. So I couldn't fit in a lot of thick brushes. And it's definitely not gonna work for small handled brushes either, because you have to put it through both levels of the holder part. I think I said this before, pour the soap evenly throughout the whole top part here, because or else it won't get to all the brushes very well. Also the water, there's holes, let me show you. See, there's holes here to let the steam out. That let some splashing come through, not a lot at all, but some of it came through. So that's why this is a good place to do this is in the bathroom or the kitchen, so you don't mess up your furniture. They do call this a kitchen appliance, or it's like an actual appliance. So they say you should do it in the kitchen, but I think I wouldn't do this in the kitchen all the time. I feel like the bathroom is an easier place for it. And also, oh, I think that's it. So you can't really use a lot of thick brushes. Pour the soap evenly, and the water kind of spilled out. So that's it. Other than the mishap with this thicker brush, I think it cleaned them so well, especially because these were very highly soiled. That's why I chose to use them. So I think it did an amazing job, and I definitely love this thing because all I had to do was stick it in and pour in the water and the soap, and then I could leave and do whatever I wanted for 15 minutes. So I think this is super handy, and I highly recommend it. And I don't know how much it is right now, but I'll list it down below if there's a sale or anything. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. This was so fun to do. I hope I could do more beauty, like first impression unboxing type of things. And please watch out for my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. I also didn't mention this reservoir. You can take off the top so you could wipe it out really well, which is super handy. So I'm back with this brush. I just wanted to test it out in the bathroom and wash it to see how much makeup we would get off of it. I'm going to use 1 pump of my Purity cleanser and a little bit of water, and then see how much we could get off. Can you see that? So there was still a little bit of makeup left on this thick one. but not too much. So that's good news. I just wonder, I think, like I said before, I just needed to turn it around when I do the second cleaning cycle, if I do 2 again. But I think now it's probably clean. So let me rinse and let's see. Yep, that looks very clean. There's still soap in it, but there's no makeup coming out anymore. So, yay, we did it. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Please give me a like and a thumbs up if you like this video. I mean, that's the same thing. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.